I know it's been a few weeks since you had the rite of passage in the cave. And let me explain to the people that haven't heard of this. About 45 minutes drive from our house out into the desert, there is a cave. And it's a small cave. It's about 5 by 5 or something. It's kind of out in the boonies. You got to hike another 45 minutes from the trailhead to get there. And once you're out there, you're really out there. And I've been out there a few times, taking myself out there and other people. And what I have people do is spend 2 to 3 days out there with just water and basically not much else. Maybe something to lie on, maybe if it's a little bit cold, maybe a blanket, but really you're out there with maybe a drum or a flute and a journal and water, and that's it. And when I told you about it, you were really interested in doing it, and I believe, well, I'll let you talk about this, but I believe it's because you were in a point in your life where things were starting to shift, and it just seemed like a natural progression to go and do a rite of passage. So, would love to hear from you about what that did for you, what it was like, and how you might talk to other people that are thinking about doing it.
It's like the men's retreat that you do. I think every person should do this at least once in their life. And I think that in your life you always have distractions going on, work and advertisements and internet and all that stuff and social media and everything. And it was a chance for me to try to get reconnected with myself and do some thinking time and um, check my ego, check my fears, and you've got this view at your property that you can see where the cave is in the general area.
Wow.
It's way off in the distance by those mountains over there, and that's where it's going to be. So it's a pretty far trek to drive there, and then to get there was pretty incredible. So it gave me a chance to check my ego, check my fears, what I was fearful of, and think about things that I wanted to do, what my path was going to be without all those distractions. And then while you're doing this, all these critters like to come up. Sparrows and what are they, doves or pigeons, hawks, rabbits, lizards, squirrels, just everything wanted to come in the cave. And I had birds fly into the cave and just kind of get shocked that they saw me and then they backed out. And that kind of happened the whole weekend that I was there. It's just a great time because when you're camping or you're outdoors, you have a lot of time, and the time goes by really slow. So we have a lot of time to really go through those thoughts.
Like, now what am I going to do? Now what am I going to do? Now,
Yeah, yeah. So I took my time, and then, the workbook, I don't know, was 10 or 12 pages or something like that. So that was a great opportunity to go through some of my thoughts without distractions. Again, I think it's something that it gets you to take the time to reflect, to think about your life and what your direction is, and to get through some of the past things you've gone through. And just a great time to reflect. I highly recommend it.
what do you think about it's a rite of passage, and that's something that, in our age, there's not a lot of opportunities for rite of passage for men to say, okay, I'm a man now, I'm responsible, I'm reliable, I can meet the world. And you and I had martial arts and the military, and that was sort of a rite of passage in a way. How did that kind of tap into being a rite of passage for your life?
I think it's like martial arts and military. You have like a mentor, or like a guide, or somebody to guide you through, and you do what they say, then you do okay. But this thing, like a vision quest like this, it's all you. So you really have to, I think the key is to be honest with yourself, and it gives you a chance to be really honest with yourself, and check your ego, because you don't have anybody telling you what to do, and you just got that workbook to say, okay, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? And um, sometimes if there's someone else there, you're not really honest,
Yeah.
especially trust them or something. But if it's just you, then um, you can leave all that other crap behind, and really ask yourself the tough questions.
Now that you've spent 3 days in the desert with just water and you survived being in a cave, which could have been a mountain lion home or rattlesnake home or whatever, and you survived, how do you feel about meeting the world after that experience?
It really builds your confidence that you've done that. You know, you've got that in your books that you've completed that. Yeah, it's like I wouldn't say survival training, but you've gone through something that's pretty challenging that, you know, maybe not everybody would want to do or would like to do. But I felt really good that I accomplished something like that. And I did think about little critters, and you know, I thought I heard some kind of animal gnawing on something like a bone. Off the distance. I thought, well, it's probably just a rabbit. Could be mountain lion.
Just the last person that was in the cave.
Right. So it's a spot that would be kind of difficult for larger animals to get to, and a bunch of critters check me out because they're like, you know, who's this person in our cave, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
The cave's not really tiny and it's not really large. It's kind of just right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what a great experience.
Well, I just want to say I appreciate you saying yes to this and being so open to it. And, you know, I know that when someone goes through something like this and they have this inner contemplation and discovery and resolution or epiphany or whatever, it benefits all of humanity. So thank you, Kim, for doing this and being brave and courageous to take this on. So thank you.
Thank you for letting me do it too.
Yeah. All right. See you later.
All right. Thank you, Daniel.
Have fun there in Hawaii.
Okay.